outguesses by FX, and this is a weekly top-down analysis on most of the major popular pairs on the volatility indices. Just like we get used to, we do that every day of the week, end of the week, right? So here, once you load up your trading view on deriv, right? The first pair you're gonna get is the VIX25, right? So guys, let's go down and then let's see exactly what happened. Okay guys, this is the VIX75, right? We've gotten most of our trend, and the market was previously on the downtrend, and now it got a bullish push, right? So we are now in the uptrend right now. So you see on the higher time frame, we went for a nice impulse there, made a new high, and then we are coming back for corrections. So that's a bullish impulse and a correction, right? And you could see why the market came back was because the market spiked up and leaving fair value gaps here. So the market don't want to leave any unfinished business as it's rally up, because the trend is still new, right? It's still early, so it doesn't want to leave anything that will make it come back to those imbalances, right? It created this is a nice imbalance, and the market has fully mitigated that imbalance. So our confidence now is this support zone here, because we have a nice support zone at around this particular zone here. That was a nice support, so the market got support and we start a bullish rally. Don't forget, we have this high to break on the higher time frame to signal a overall change of direction there. So let's go down to the smaller time frame to see. So guys, there's a trend there, so we need some nice adjustment, right? We need some nice adjustment here and here. So you could see that our confidence came back and tap on the buy side liquidity, right? And the market is trying to push up, right? But the market is still on a nice downtrend. It's still on a nice downtrend here. So we are looking for a nice correctional zone. So we'll be speculating for the market to either go back to fill up this correctional zone, right, and then come back down, right, until it touches the supply trend line before breaking out. Because this is a bullish continuation pattern we're seeing here. After a nice bullish flag, right, the market went into a consolidating zone and the market is trying to push back up. So what are we supposed to do? We wait for the market to give us a new high, the retest, right? And then we start buying. So the more confirmation we get is when we break out of the trend, right? We break out, then we'll be signaling our bearish correction, right, has ended, and we have started a new bullish rally there. So that's it for VIX25. I am still bullish on this particular pair, and for now, if we don't make new highs, we're still gonna look for sales. And if it breaks out here, that will be a nice bearish turn for VIX35. But right now, the buys are still healthy because we created new highs, right? The buys are still healthy, so we created new highs. So we need to break below the highs to know that the market has actually changed directions, right? So we have so many highs to break for we to know that the market is gonna go back up or is gonna go back down. If we can break there, which I don't think will happen right now, right? We break out and we continue selling, right? But which I doubt, because with what I'm seeing here, with what I'm seeing there, it's going to be a bullish. After an impulse, it's going to be a bullish correction at least before the breakout happens. So that's it for VIX25, and we are going to check the other pair. So guys, this is VIX75, right? VIX75 has been on the ranging zone for some time now. You can see the market after made a nice bullish flag there, came back, gave us a bearish fall, and then he entered a channel, right? Enter a consolidating channel. This is just a pull to gather enough liquidity, right, for the market before the market decides where it's going. But with the recent market price, we pushed up, tap on these liquidity here, and then we crashed down. And so let's check it in. Let's go deeper, right? As you can see, after this last high, we came back, mitigated everything, and we can see a nice clean downtrend here. We can connect those, and it makes sense, right? And now we are having multiple rejections here, right? Because these are zones we are expecting multiple rejections. So if care is not taken, it's gonna end up this way, right? That's a nice triangle there. And the last movement was a bullish flag. So let's see how it plays out. Let's go down to the smaller time frame as we are still selling. So guys, this is it. Right after a bullish flag, we entered a. This is what I call the bullish continuation pattern. So we're back into the zone where we start looking for buys, right? Once we see a nice clean breakout, right, we'll be expecting to buy more, right? We're expecting to break out, to make a clean breakout there, right? Then come back for a retest and then continue up. There's two scenarios might be possible, right? You might see the market, right, pushing down, breaking that support zone, and then going back down, right? So these are possible scenarios for 75. Let's see 30. Let it load up. Yep. Yes, we can see that the market has touched the supply zone. So from the supply zone now below, I'll either wait for a nice rejection. When it breaks any structure you're seeing there, right, then we start looking for buys. But if it breaks through, we wait for the kindly retest, right, then we sell. We sell something of this nature, right? If the market cares to break above below, going to be something down, and for the bullish part, it's going to be something of that nature there. So guys, that's a quick review on VIX25 and the overall direction, right, on the market. VIX75 is on a nice drawdown, a nice rejection, right? It's downside. It's in a consolidating zone right now. Okay, so let's move to the other pair. See guys, yes, this is VIX50, right? We're going to see the overall direction of the market. It was previously ranging, after a bullish flag, it was ranging, and then the market crashed down. Then what happened? The market got support. The market got support. And then what? The market is now on a bullish rally to the outside on the higher time frame. But here's our trend. This could tell us that the market has started a nice trend push. But right now we can see multiple rejections here. We can see multiple rejections there on the higher time frame. So let's go down to the 4 hours. Let's see. So guys, it has loaded up, and this is the pair, right, on the 4 hours time frame. So we're done with this correction on the 4 hours, and this high is still valid. If we fail to make this high, then we'll be coming back more down, right? We'll be coming more down, but it's trying to approach that particular zone where it got rejected from, right? After a nice bullish put, it's going to be a what? It's going to be a correction. So after the correction, it's going to be an impulse, right? So that's exactly what we're speculating here. So we need to break that high to confirm that. Okay, so let's go down to the M30. Yes, I can see similar stuff there. We finished the correction and we are now pushing back up. Then bills, right? It's gonna pay a lot of bills. This up you're seeing here, right? It's gonna pay a lot of bills here. So we broke this high, so it's still a valid push to the upside. So we have key zones which can be our obstacles, right? So we'll be monitoring it closely. Monitoring all your trades closely. So as you can see, this is what I'm seeing on VIX, right? If this is a bullish momentum to the upside, it's gonna continue. But don't forget, we got rejected from this particular zone. That was the previous data. So the market failed to create a new high here and then instantly crashed the market. The market crashed to the downside. So what are we looking at? We'll be looking to buy this correction right now. So the bullish market is confirmed. As you can see, we're still pushing up. We're still pushing up. So that's a bullish confirmation there. That's a nice bullish compensation or communication there. So don't forget, on the smaller time frame, we got these zones where we could see rejections. So we mark them out. So we wait to see the market. Well, the market has already created a new high, so it's going to be something of a newer high, right? And then we push up, or it's going to be breaking out directly. After breaking out, it's going to come back for a nice retest. Right. So I think that's it for VIX50, right? That's it for VIX50. Let's move to the other pair. If these zones are broken, right? If these zones are broken, then it's going to be signaling a bullish buy there on VIX50. So the trend is your guide. So that's it, guys, for the VIX50, right? So let's move to the other pairs. So guys, this is the 100, right? As you can see, the 100 on the high time frame, we have been in a downtrend for so long. Can you see the last high we've seen? And since then, we have been crashing down. So what are we looking at? So this is one of our touches, right? The market gave a nice impulse. And the funny part about this market is the market is actually coming back down due to this fair value gap, at least down, right? And then we push, break a new high, and here come back for a retest and then push back up. So guys, this is it. This is what I am seeing, right, on the VIX 100. So this is it, right? You see, we failed to break this high there, so this is still signaling a nice push to the downside, right? So we could get a nice premium discount zone at around this one and then push back up if the market is willing, right? But right now, due to this rejection we get here, could signal a more push to the downside. And there's fair value gaps here. There's some nice imbalance that the market needs to fill up. So let's see if the market will continue down. But I can see a nice support zone here. You can see a nice support zone here, right? That is where the retest will happen, and then we push more up. So the ideal stuff is to just get a new high above that, we come back and then we push back up, something of that nature. But if this is all filled up, right, there's no need for the market to come back this low and then push back up. But if this is required to be filled up, right, the market will surely come up. So let's say I can see a nice reversal here, right? If this is a nice reversal to the upside, then it's gonna keep pushing to the upside. So if we can get a more bullish push there, then it's gonna be a bullish. So it's gonna be a bullish continuation to the upside on VIX, right? We've been going down. So we've been going down. So it's likely that the market will actually go for um, a nice recovery, right, from the fall for the past weeks or months, right? As you can see here, it's been pushing down a lot, right? It's been going down. So if you zoom in a little bit, you're gonna see we've been pushing down a lot. So if we're gonna get a nice recovery, we need to break out of the bearish trend, right? That's a clean breakout there. If we're gonna use that, we make sure we have multiple touches to signal, right? So the market actually went up and then came back for a retest, so it's gonna be a bullish continuation to the upside, right? I was expecting more bullish push down due to these candles here, right? But if it will not hold, then the bullish, right, could end around this particular zone, and then the bearish, right, could end around this particular zone and then push back up. So that's our analysis on VIX 100, right? If you go to the smaller time frames, you're gonna see exactly what I'm emphasizing on. So that was a nice one there. That was a nice push there, and then we came crashing. May started a new line. Now we made a new high. So it's gonna be a continuation to the upside. So let's watch out and then see how the market plays out, because this is a nice trend here. So the correction is still active. The correction we are working on is still active. So if we can get out of this correction, right, it's gonna be a nice push there, and this is a nice bullish flag there. So it's gonna be a bullish continuation to the downside. So we're gonna see some nice consolidating before the spike happen, and the spike can come anytime to break this zone and then start rallying up. So guys, this is VIX one. So guys, this is step index from the highest time frame, and we could see we got nice support zones here. After this bearish fall, we got support resistance here, and we got support from this low. You can see the market after crashing from this high, and the market came back from where the trend, right, this bullish trend started from. So right now we're still selling to the downside, and we came close and got support from that particular zone. Now I can see a nice rally, right, to the upside. As you can see, we're in a nice consolidating zone here. So this is meaning that the market is still making decisions to take the overall direction, right? Since we have a nice um, liquidity gap here, so I'm speculating, and we have fair value gaps here, so I'm speculating for a nice bullish spike when the market goes out of the consolidation. So let's see how it plays in the 4 hours time frame. So we're still gonna get the same stuff because it's a ranging market, right? So for those trading the ranging, they sell here, take profit here, right? Buy here, take profit here. So that's exactly what happens in the ranging market. But if you look at it in a closed action, we can get a breakout here. It's gonna be we filling up this zone first, and then we decide where the market will go. Okay. Right now we are in a nice consolidating zone. So that's it on the 1 hour, right? You can see we're in a nice push there. So this is still looking bearish because it's high, still valid, right? Still looking bullish. So if we get a rejection, then it's gonna be breaking below, so we might be coming back down. So step index is still consolidating, so we leave it there and then we check it, right? Once we see a nice push there. So these are just liquidity traps. So just for the market to get enough liquidity and then take and then the market decide the direction we want to go, right? Either up or buy. So that's it for step index. Let's move to the next step. Boom and crash. Let's see. So hello guys, this is by effects. This is BOOM1000, and this is exactly what we're seeing, right? The market was a nice downtrend, and we got supported around this zone. So we started making a new bullish push that we got rejected here. Now, from this zone to this zone, right, we made a 100% movement, and the market came back to recover that 100% movement. We're seeing a downtrend on the high time frame, but let's go down to the smaller time frame to see what is happening. So let's go to the 4 hours. So you could see, right, we got a nice, after the downtrend, we started a new trend, right? Started a new trend because what? We broke this high. This is the last high of BOOM1000, and the market cleanly came, broke back, and then came for a retest, and now we are now pushing to the upside. So we're going to push the market up, right? And I think we're going to get rejected here, and then we continue selling to the side, to the downside. But for now, there will be enough push, right, to this particular zone there. If we can get a clean breakout, very good. Then it's going to be a bullish continuation to the upside. So that's it on boom, right? Let's move to crash, right? We're talking and spikes are coming in. That's good. So guys, this is Crash 1000, and what I love, right? Wow, I can see a nice setup here on Crash 1000, right? What I love about this pair is, as you can see this pattern you're seeing here, it's gonna be a nice bearish continuation there. I'm telling you guys, if you can catch up this crash here, it's gonna be a good one. Understand? Got our nice trend here, pushing up, and we are looking for nice sell direction, right? You can see that, and the trend has already started changing because we failed to make a new high there. So what are we supposed to do? Let's go to the smaller time frame to see if we can get nice entry zones on this particular pair, because the particular pair overall is looking bearish already. As you can see here, we got multiple rejections and say, alright, signaling that we are going down. So it's gonna be something of this nature. We need to break this trend here, right? Then we come back for a nice retest, and then we continue selling to the downside. The overall trend on the weekly, on the monthly, is going to be a nice bearish fall, right, and crash. So we're just making it a rough, just to make everything align, right? Let's go to the higher time frame, like the 4 hours, so you see exactly what we're seeing. So you could see there's a nice bearish continuation of pattern, at least a crash back to this particular zone here. That's my speculation, right? Crash back to this particular zone here. There's a nice bearish continuation of pattern there. If someone can get to the peak, there, then it's gonna be a nice sell there, right? It's gonna be a nice sell. So wait for a nice rejection, wait for the breakout, and we are in. So that's it guys for today. This is by FX. If you have any pairs that have not been added here, please drop a comment in the YouTube comment section, so I will be able to check them, right, and then add those pairs. There's so many pairs, so I'm just focused on the most popular ones, right, that people trade a lot. So This is by FX. Thank you for sticking around. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Thank you so much. See you another week. Checking out.